Offshore bridge landing survey is a process of carrying out certain survey activities on an existing platform. This video intends to familiarize you with the concept and processes to do a successful bridge landing survey. Suppose there is an existing drilling platform offshore and a new processing platform needs to be installed nearby. There is also a requirement to connect bridges between the two platforms. So what do we have to do to make sure that the bridge is well connected between the new and the existing platform? First and foremost thing we have to determine is the exact position and orientation of the platform. Depending on how the platform is oriented, client can decide on the best place to put the bridge. Normally this is predetermined in the planning stage, taking the previously known position and the orientation of the platform. Client may also take steps to extend and strengthen the bridge landing deck. So a surveyor's job is to confirm the position and orientation of the bridge connection point or the bridge landing deck. Secondly, the surveyor needs to find the exact height with respect to a particular datum of that particular bridge landing deck. This is very important as nobody wants a walkway bridge to be tilted. So we need to carry out a survey measurement to find the position, orientation and the height of the bridge connection point on the existing jacket. And that, my friend, is a bridge landing survey. Now let us see how we go and do these measurements. First, you need to study the scope of work and see what are the information that client requires. This is true for all the surveys that we do. Scope of work will tell you what are the surveys, what are the measurements that you need to carry out and what are the documents, results, charts or maps that you need to deliver to the client. After we thoroughly read and understood the scope of work, there are some preparations we need to do before we mobilize for the work. I am listing out some of the bare minimum equipments that you are supposed to carry. DGPS system, preferably G2 enabled. You will need laptop for logging the position. You will need total station for extending the position to the other places. You will need ATG system for recording tidal heights, laptop to download the tidal heights. You also need auto level to transfer the vertical datum to the bridge landing deck. You will also need accessories like 12-volt battery, DC to AC converter, tripods, prisms, notebooks along with your standard equipment. Bridge landing survey needs to be done in a very systematic way. You may change the order of surveying, but that will require more time and additional walking up and down the ladder from the main deck to the bottom deck. Traditionally, there will be a benchmark on the lower accessible part of the platform. The height of the benchmark with respect to a particular datum will be known and should be supplied by client. You will have to recover the benchmark. Normally, the benchmark is established during the jacket installation by using 39 hours of tide observation and applying a Doodson filter to find the mean sea level. This process is okay for a jacket installation and topside installation. As this Doodson filter may have a plus minus 20 cm accuracy, this may not be good for a bridge landing survey. 29 days of tide observation will give you a very accurate result, but that may not be part of your current bridge landing survey. So you may have to do your own 39 hours of observation and apply Doodson filter to correlate the previous mean sea level data with your newly found mean sea level data. So as soon as you land on the platform, recover the benchmark, set up your tide gauge and start observing 40 hours continuous data to find the mean sea level. Next, set up your DGPS system on 2 points on the helideck or on the main deck as far apart as possible but within visual range. These points to be chosen in such a way that it will be easier for you to extend these points onto the bridge landing deck. Log the DGPS data for minimum of 2 hours and fix these ground control points. Mark those points well and make a station description. Next, using total station, extend these 2 points onto the extended deck where the bridge is going to connect. A bridge between 2 platforms is normally connected on a pin or a stab at one end and an open roller on other end. This allows the platform to sway and vibrate in wind and wave without damaging the bridge. It is always preferable that a client representative is there with you to show you around the extended part of the bridge landing deck. At a minimum, you need to fix the position of the extended deck, the pin or the stub where the bridge is going to land, and at least 3 other points, one in exactly at the bridge landing location and 2 on either side of the bridge landing location and as far apart as possible. But make sure from any of these points, at least 2 points should be visible to you. Mark all these points very well and make a station description, and make sure that you measure distances to those points from at least 3 distinct members of the platform like beams or edges and something like that. It is also advisable that you take photographs of those stations so that you can identify later on. Next, you need to set up your total station aligning with the platform. This can be done on the main deck where the jacket legs are visible. Carry out a sun observation either very early in the morning or in the late evening when the sun is closer to the horizon. Use appropriate filter to protect your eyes. Using sun observation, you can find the orientation of the platform. I'll talk about sun observation and how to find orientation or heading in a later video. Next, take your auto level and go down to your benchmark point. Using the auto level, find out the height difference between the benchmark and all the ground control points that you made on heli deck or main deck or on the extended bridge landing deck. Once you have your Doodson filter result from your 39 hours of tide observation, you can apply the datum height to all the stations. You can do this after coming back to the base. Please remember, height of the benchmark has to be validated by the client before you apply the height to all the bridge landing points. Make sure that you make a very good station description with photographs and measurements so that somebody later on can easily find those stations. I hope we learned something today. If you have any questions or queries, please write in the comments below. Thank you for being with me today. We'll see you again.